This is Russ. Got another watch to show you guys. This is the Fitaos Pro 3. Yeah, $157.99 on sale for $79.99. Yes, it's another inexpensive watch based on sale prices. And yeah, this is actually the third smartwatch I'm reviewing. And you might say that this one kind of looks very similar to the other one. Yeah, it actually kind of does, doesn't it? But yeah, it's a different styling on here, and it's from a different brand. Yeah, this one's made by a company called Fitaos. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let me show you exactly what the watch can do and why this might be one you want to consider. All right, let's get right there. All right, let's take a look at some of the functions of the Fitaos Pro 3. Now, there's a variety of different watch faces you can download or use that's already built into the watch itself. This is one of them. I particularly like very basic looking watch faces, but again, if you want a lot of information, this is one that I would choose. This one has, time, AM, PM, there's month, day, date, there's steps that you've taken, how many calories you've burned, there's battery power. So there's a lot of information on this particular watch face. But if you wanted to change the watch face, it's actually very easy to do. If you access, by swiping down, you access this setting. You can push the screen display, hit watch face, and then choose whichever watch face you prefer. Like if you want this one, this would be your default whenever you turn on the watch, all right? Or you can go to, what I like to do is a very basic watch face, or you can use your own picture. There's a picture of me on my bike. You can use a very basic watch face, kind of like this one. This shows, a sweep hand, and then the seconds are this little dot that kind of keeps moving. It's kind of cool. And let's pick another one here. Let's say you choose, I don't know. Let's say this one. Okay, so you can use that, and then you could also do a thing called always on. So if I turned off the watch, this would always be on, all right? So even if that watch is not used for anything, you'll always have at least time. Now, you can change even this if you go to, let's turn it on, swipe down, go to settings, screen display, and if you go to always on right here, you can pick a different style of analog, or you can pick digital. Let's pick a digital one. So now when that goes off, this will be your default, all right? So this will always be on like this. Now, whenever you have the always on function running, it will eat into your battery more. Now, interestingly, I had this particular watch on for 24 hours with the always on as well, and I've only used 75% of the battery. And this is for 24 hours of use. So that's actually quite impressive, which tells me you might get a couple of days of use out of your watch on one single charge. That's pretty nice, all right? So there's other functions in the settings. There's a health monitor where it can continuously monitor you for 24 hours a day, okay? So you can turn on these functions. I did not do it because if you do this, you will have more battery usage, but it will monitor you for 24 hours and keep constantly sending information to the app, so you know exactly what your health settings are set for 24 hours any time of the day. We've already looked at screen display. You can change the brightness level of the watch, okay? We had it set here. You could, see, on screen display, we talked about always on. Menu style, you can change the menu style. I have it set as list. List basically looks like this. So you have a list of the functions of your watch, or you can, let's get back in here again. You could, screen display, menu style, you could change it to, I don't know, turntable, in which case it kind of looks like this, all right? There's a variety of different ways you can do this, so whichever style you like. Now, you notice there's just two buttons here. There's a top button and a bottom button. The top button strictly turns on and off the watch. The bottom button is how you access the menu, okay? So you can push this button here and you'll access all of the functions here. If you push and hold the button, you have an option to turn off the watch, and you have an option for emergency calls. So if you have an SOS call you have to make, you can quickly make that call by just pushing this button and sliding the thing to SOS, right? So let's look at the other things. You can slide down, slide up, all right? You can slide across or slide across this way. So there's a lot of different things. Like if you go across this way, this is all your phone information. So your keypad is here. You can make a phone call this way. Your contacts, I don't have any contacts in here now, and I wouldn't show it to you anyway. And your call history, what phone calls you had accepted or phone calls that you had made, it'll be shown here, okay? If you go up, this is your various notifications, and I can clear the notification by doing that. It clears all notifications, okay? You go across this way, you have things like a calculator, 56 times 6 equals 336, okay? So you have calculators there. You have your weather. So it says it's 78 degrees here right now. You slide up your hourly weather, slide up again, your daily weather. Yeah, it's going to be different in weather this week. It seems like today it's 61 to 78. Tomorrow will be 52 to 67. Again, you set up the weather option in the app of the phone that you have connected to your smartwatch. Now you also have things like torch, which is really a flashlight. Here we call it a flashlight, so very bright. Other parts of the world they call it a torch. And then this is how you change the look of that. The turntable thing. You can go to what they call board. So now all of your stuff is set up like this. And the thing is, if you do this, if you don't know what the icons mean, it doesn't mean a whole lot to you. But you could do that if you like. I personally prefer, let's see, menu style. I just prefer a standard list. To me, it's just easier to read it and to pick my things that way. So what else? Oh, this thing here, this is for audio things. So if you hit voice assistant, that'll turn on the voice operation on your phone. So it'll give you information, like iPhones, you would say Siri and all that, and then it'll kick in. I'm not going to do it because if I do that, it'll turn off the camera that I'm using to record this video right now. Let's see, we've talked about notifications. We talked about all this information here for the settings. This is just general information about the device that you're using right now. Let's see, oops, let's go back one more here. This is your brightness level. This is to make a phone call, okay? And this tells you that the Bluetooth calls are set up so that you can actually make a phone call using your phone, as long as your phone is there. Media audio means that if you're playing music on your phone, it'll play through the watch instead of the phone if you turn it on and off here, okay? So I'm just gonna turn it off. So if I'm playing the music, it'll come through my phone instead, all right? So you can choose which way you want it to do it. Now, to access the main information on the phone, you use the bottom button. There's two buttons here. This is your on-off. This is your menu option. And then there's a ECG electrode right here too. So I'll give you an example here. If we went to, let's go to the ECG function here, all right? So I'm just gonna measure off of my fingers again so you can see this. If I hit this, if you hold it, okay, let's not hold it. If you don't hold it, it says ensure finger is on the electrode, okay? But if you do it, all right, it says it failed because we didn't hold it. We'll restart. If I hold this electrode with the opposite hand, finger, all right, you'll see my heart rate will start pumping there, and you'll actually see my actual ECG. Now, this data will be sent to your smart watch, will be sent to the phone, so that it actually records all of this on the phone. So you can actually go back and look at that information again. Now, I'm going a little crazy here because I'm talking. I'm a little more excitable when I'm doing this video. So my heart pulses are really kind of going wacky right now. So yeah, let's see what it tells me about it since it's elevated here. So it says that I'm a low risk over here. It says That's low risk, that's low risk, that's low risk, mental stress, no risk. Oh, fatigue, no risk, so I'm fine. Yeah, everything says I'm okay. So that's not too bad. So let's go into some of the functions in here, okay? So you have a workout function, and there's a lot of different options you can choose depending on the things that you like to do. I like to go biking, so hit cycling, and I do outdoor cycling, and so it's gonna kind of count down, and it says tap to skip. But basically now it's counting, all right? So it's basically measuring the time and your calories burned based on heart rate. So there's different types of workout functions in the watch. So whichever things you like to do, I'll just stop at this point. So it says no data because I didn't record anything there. So that's your workout. Heart rate, of course, if you just kind of hold this for a while, and again, this should be on your wrist, not on your fingers like I'm doing here, but it'll measure your beats per minute, okay? Now, these are pretty good, but again, I always tell people that, you know, with the smartwatches, right now it's showing like an 81 beats per minute. I would not count on any of this information for pure medical advice, all right? So it's interesting to be able to see what the watch interprets, but again, I would highly suggest if you have anything for medical things, go to your doctor and let them take actual medical readings, all right? It's just, to me, these smartwatches with this information is fun to watch, kind of gives you a rough idea, but yeah, don't trust it for actual medical information, right? That's a disclaimer that I think most of the watch companies will tell you as well. It's safer if you go to your doctor, really. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to have that stuff there, right? So this will just keep going. So now it's basically done, and it says that I have an 80 beat per minute going on right now, okay? Let's get into the others. Blood oxygen. So again, it'll measure what your blood oxygen. If you saw it was at 98% the last time I took the measurement, and this will just count itself down. We won't wait for all of this to happen. The ECG we've already seen, okay, so that's gonna do that little heartbeat thing. I really like the ECG functions on these watches. Blood component, so if you push this button, let's go through this real quick. This one doesn't take that long, goes a lot quicker. It just says keep still. I don't know how well this is really going to measure me off of my fingers, plus I'm talking and I'm not really staying too still. But let's see what it says. So uric acid, total cholesterol, triglycerides, you know, all these other type of readings is kind of cool. And then let's see, body composition, let's measure that too, why not? And I think this one you have to put, yeah, you got to put your finger on the electrode. So it will do its measurements. I don't know how long this takes. I don't think it takes that long. So let's just watch it, see how it does. You'll see how poorly my BMI 32.1, body fat 39.1, muscle 50.8. Okay, fats and body water, skeletal muscle, bone mass, proteins. Again, basic information. Trust it if you want, but up to you. Activity basically tells you everything you've done. So I've had 987 steps, and you know, heart rate was 80, calories burned was 71. So that's kind of cool. And the steps are actually pretty good. Yeah, I've compared this to another smartwatch, and I also compared it to a smart ring, and they're very similar if you measure properly there. Okay. There is sleep information. I did not wear this during sleep time, but it will at least tell you how long you slept on the watch here. So it tells you that. Stress levels, it'll tell you that too if you have it turned on. I don't have it turned on. Blood pressure, again, I wouldn't 100% trust all these things, but again, it'll take a measurement. As of this measurement, it says 127/84. A little high, so I don't know whether this is accurate 100% or not. Body temperatures, it'll read skin temperature and internal temperature. Again, it's its own interpretation. There's blood glucose. Again, this gives you information, but I wouldn't trust this. I would much prefer to stick my finger with an actual blood test. But again, for those who just want to get a rough idea. MET is a medical thing as well. Again, I don't remember what that stands for. Heart rate variance. Again, if you have this on for your 24-hour checking, this will give you what your variances have been over time. And then there's a breathe function where it just, if you turn this on, it just says bring your attention to your breath, and it tells you when to breathe in and to breathe out to kind of give you a little exercise in your breath. Let's go back here again. Phone, we've already seen. This is if you want to make a phone call. And notifications, we've seen that too. I cleared all the notifications out of there. This is music. If you have music, you want to play music, you just push this button and it will start playing music. Cycle tracking, if you're a woman and you want to check what your female cycle is, you set that up in the app. But again, I don't have that set up, of course. Camera, this will actually take a photo off your cell phone if you push that button. So it's basically a remote shutter release. And then weather, we've already looked at that. So it's 78 degrees here. And what else is stopwatch? Pretty self-explanatory. Start stopwatch, stopwatch, reset the stopwatch. And let's see, timer, kind of similar, right? Timer is just preset times that you can do, or you can create your own time. You know, how long do you want to have the timer for? Hours, minutes, and seconds. And let's see, alarm functions. You can set your own alarm. You know, what time would you like it to go off on you? And we've already looked at torch. That's basically your flashlight. Find, it'll actually help find your watch if you've kind of, or find your phone if you kind of lost your phone. It'll help ring that phone. Voice assistance we talked about as well. That will give you access to your Siri system. Then calculator we talked about. There's also 2 games. There's a little bird game and a little numbers game. I'm not too good at these games, so I don't know. You're supposed to move this thing so it goes through, so that the bird kind of makes it through. Oops, I'm gonna die here. There you go. So I'm terrible on these things. And then of course the settings we've kind of seen already too. So yeah, this is a nice watch. Overall, it's not very heavy. I kind of like that. It's built very well, and for the price of $79.99, very hard to beat this type of watch for the money. So yeah, so if you're interested in something like this, there will be an affiliate link set up for you there, so you can actually use that to purchase your watch. That'll help the Russ is Right channel out a little bit. And hopefully you purchase one of these things if you think you like it. Yeah. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. More products coming out hopefully in time. We usually do product reviews on Mondays that are not e-bike related. So if you watch on Mondays, you'll see products like this and others presented. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we do e-bike related videos. So. All right, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested in one of these Fitaos Pro 3s, use the affiliate link to get one for yourself. I'll talk to you guys next time.